Well, I have the pleasure tonight of evaluating an intrepid speaker, one whose bar has been set for all of us to aspire towards. My thoughts are only how this speech impacts me, not as a professional speaker, but just as an individual listening. I'm going to share the thoughts about your objectives in this speech, Lloyd. It's always a great speech, and it's always a pleasure and a privilege, really, to have the opportunity to evaluate your speeches. The first question is, how effectively did the speaker organize his or her ideas? Your openings are always great. They catch everyone's attention, and tonight you did a great job of it by simply asking a question and segueing into a description of how we as non-warring individuals in society would not have a clue as to what an asymmetrical war is, but that warriors and war technicians revel in that world and clearly spend time evaluating, in my mind, the way you developed it, how that would apply as we consider effecting an attack on another entity. The pattern that you used, the question is what pattern was used. Your speech was a historical narrative along with a description of what an asymmetrical war is. It is always impressive the way you can recall so much detail, so much history, and you did a beautiful job of starting in the 18th century and running through all of these wars that were unsuccessfully won by a technologically superior nation against the insurgents, the guerrillas, the indigenous people of a nation, which you did well. I felt like it without necessarily going into detail, made it clear that the home team has an advantage through their simple knowledge of their circumstances and where it is they live. Did you present a clear and definite message? Yes, you did. You made it very clear that asymmetrical wars are going to be the order of the day, and we should give a lot of thought to whether or not we really want to participate in one. As well as the closing statement of, and unfortunately, we seem to slap a few people around because it's our job to take care of the world. How well did the speaker draw upon his or her background of special knowledge? Very well, simply by how well read you are, the fact that you can retain so much information and deliver it in a very positive and present way. Even if you're making it up, we wouldn't know. Clearly, your speech was given factually, and the audience's reaction to your speech, I think, was very positive, and I think everyone was impressed by the fact that they learned something new that they were unfamiliar with. I certainly did. Thank you, Lloyd.